They don't walk away from a league like this unless something is deeply wrong. When stars begin pulling back at the same time, when insiders suddenly fall silent, and when names like Caitlin Clark and Sophie start appearing in the same leaked conversations, that isn't coincidence. That's pressure. Tonight, we're breaking down the 5 dark reasons insiders say players are stepping away, reasons the league never wanted public, and why Sophie herself reportedly confirmed that what happens behind the scenes isn't what fans believe. This isn't about basketball anymore. It's about control, money, silence, and who gets to be the face of the league. So, let's start with what cracked everything open. Insiders say the first secret didn't come from the media. It came quietly from players themselves, through private conversations that began surfacing after Caitlin Clark's rise exploded faster than the league could contain.
That and, our CBA is so dumb right now that, it's heading towards the lockout, So
no, our CBA is so dumb it's heading towards a lockout. Y'all heard it from Sophie herself. Sophie Cunningham said, our CBA is so dumb we're heading towards a lockout.
No progress.
No.
Just nothing.
Honestly, nothing. We get weekly emails from the PA side of things, and it's just it's just so dumb.
Yeah.
Dumb. Okay, but
it's over, bro.
And that brings us to the next dark secret. The face war. The WNBA never anticipated a single player becoming bigger than the system itself. The plan was shared growth, multiple faces, carefully controlled narratives, and safe, manageable stars. But Caitlin Clark didn't rise gradually. She exploded. Ratings followed her. Sponsors followed her. Crowds followed her. And insiders say that's where resentment took root. When one player becomes the reason arenas are packed, everyone else suddenly feels replaceable. Sources claim internal tensions spiked. Veterans felt overlooked. Marketing priorities shifted overnight. And according to leaked conversations, Sophie reportedly acknowledged that players were being treated differently based on marketability rather than performance.
Be this tapped in, this lasered in, if it wasn't such a big thing at the negotiating table. Of course, people are going to start comparing it because it's the founders of this league tried to make it seem like it is so much better than the WNBA, and I feel like that's kind of disrespectful. Yes, they did a lot of things right. They did a lot of incredible things, but we wouldn't be looking into Unrivaled this hard and be like, well, where'd you get your money? Well, how much is the TV deal? How many people are tuning in? If they wouldn't have built it up and been like, well, the WNBA sucks and everybody
to the agreement to what the players are demanding, we would lose $700 million. They not in the business of losing money like that. And all of this stuff y'all are doing to try to win public perception is just making them dig their feet in deeper. Because at the end of the day, y'all not gonna make it look like the billionaire.
Same routines, same grind, very different rewards. Once players realized that, trust began to erode. That leads to dark secret 2. The money that was promised. This is the one nobody wants to discuss. Revenue growth was guaranteed. New era, new money, new respect. But insiders say the figures never matched the hype. Yes, exposure increased. Yes, attention surged. Yet contracts remained tight. Several players reportedly believed Caitlin Clark's popularity would raise everyone. Instead, it benefited only a select few. And this is where Sophie's name keeps resurfacing. Multiple reports claim Sophie privately confirmed that players were told to be patient while sponsorship money flowed elsewhere.
And at the end of the day, she's worried about her. In all of her statements, it's all well, I got us here and I should. Kathy, no one cares. Literally, no one cares. How you're sitting right there, that's how we feel every time she speaks. Every time she speaks, us as players, that's how we feel.
You guys, I have talked to somebody who works closely with Project B, and they kind of gave me some inside information. It doesn't seem like Project B is going to be a women's basketball league project. It seems like they're going to add more sports, and like they said here, men's and women's tournament games. Okay, so they're going to have men's basketball, which I'm trying to wrap my mind around what men could actually play, because NBA players, no way in hell. College players, players? Possibly, if they're not playing in college.
That's when players stopped asking questions publicly and began planning their exits quietly, because nothing destroys loyalty faster than feeling exploited. This leads to Dark Secret 3, the silence rules. This one is heavy. According to insiders, players weren't officially silenced, but they were culturally discouraged from speaking freely. Say the wrong thing, and you're labeled difficult. Question league decisions, and suddenly you're not a team player. Leaked messages suggest Sophie told close contacts that honesty came with consequences. Fewer opportunities, fewer appearances, fewer calls. Nothing written down, no formal punishment, just doors quietly closing. So players adapted. They smiled. They posted. They said the right things. But behind closed doors, they were already checking out. Then comes the next dark secret: burnout. This is what fans don't see. They see the games, not everything surrounding them. Endless travel, non-stop media pressure, online abuse, and the expectation to be activists, role models, and entertainers all at once. When Caitlin Clark became the center of attention, that pressure multiplied. Insiders say comparisons became constant, unfair, unspoken, relentless. Sophie reportedly confirmed that the mental toll was far worse than fans realized, and that stepping away wasn't about quitting, it was about survival. Because when a league grows faster than its support system, the players are the ones who pay the price.
They're not going to allow that to happen. It's more of y'all who will need jobs. Like I said, there's a bunch of middle-of-the-pack players who could use this new money in the WNBA that they're offering. They could use this new money. Everybody's not signed with Project B. Everybody's not signed with Project B. Everybody's not signed with Unrivaled. It's a lot more WNBA players that need their paychecks. They're not going to be okay with y'all holding out when they can go get $500,000 on a veteran minimum. The rookies are not going to be okay sitting out collecting $0 when they could be getting 200-some thousand on a rookie deal. They're not going to be okay.
Dark Secret 5, the exit strategy. This is the part no one wants to admit. Some players aren't leaving because they failed. They're leaving because they finally have options. International leagues, private deals, and brand partnerships outside the system are now on the table. Insiders say Sophie confirmed that several players were planning their exits long before the rumors became public. Not dramatic departures, quiet ones. Because making noise only burns bridges, and here's the uncomfortable truth. Caitlin Clark didn't cause this. She exposed it. Her success didn't break the league. It revealed the cracks that were already there. What many fans are missing is this. It isn't Caitlin versus the players. It isn't veterans versus rookies. It's a system struggling to adapt to sudden, explosive growth. And when that growth isn't shared fairly, people leave, silently, strategically, permanently. Sophie's alleged confirmation didn't shock insiders. It simply confirmed what many already knew.
Can elevate each other, that team is unstoppable. You get what I'm saying?
I agree. When Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell are both playing like at a high level, and I do feel like they have good chemistry.
That smiles don't equal stability, that silence doesn't mean peace, and that when players begin choosing themselves over narratives, something is shifting. The league will survive, but it won't look the same. And the next exits won't be announced. They'll just happen.